Heads up, the Georgia State Patrol is warning drivers about a new text message scam today. They say even troopers are getting these fake messages. The texts claim to be from GSP and say that you have outstanding violations or fines tied to your vehicle, often threatening enforcement or arrest, and it urges you to click a link to pay up. Now, the department says flat out, Georgia State Patrol will not contact you by text to demand money, threaten an arrest, or handle official violation notices. So if you get one of these messages to your phone, first, remember, don't click on any links, don't reply, and don't send over any personal information or payment. Instead, look up the Georgia Department of Public Safety or your local court on a trusted website and call directly to check your record if you are concerned.